Thank you for listening to Same Sex Dialogue. This is episode 24. Big hair, big tatas, and big heels with Kelly Absher. Here we go.
Are you ready? Sit down and turn off the TV because it's time for the Same Sex Dialogue podcast, where you'll hear the most entertaining discussions about gay topics, current events, and news. We bring you the very best of the LGBT community and its supporters. And guess what? Today we have a special guest just for you. Now here are your hosts, K-Town, and the super sexy fashionista herself, Kim Style.
Hey, it's Kim Style. Thanks for joining me today and listening to Same Sex Dialogue here with K-Town, my co-host and partner in crime.
Yeah, and sex partner, too.
You always have to say something like that.
I can't help it, babe. I'm glad to have, we have a good show for you today. We have Kelly Absher, which is one of Kim's very, very close friends, in the studio with us. We'll go ahead and allow him to say hello to everybody.
Hello out there. I'm super excited to be here on such a beautiful day with these two beautiful ladies.
Aww.
Hey, he's so nice.
I told you you'd love him.
What have you been doing today, babe?
I'm so tired.
Where are you tired from?
Well, let's see. I had a nap. I had my nails done, and I had my hair done, and I did do some yoga, so maybe that's why I'm tired.
Really?
Yes.
That makes you tired.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not. It's not as easy as it looks.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you that. I don't do yoga, but
You
I
should.
love what yoga does for you. I do.
You do?
I do. Yes.
Because I'm so flexible
Yes.
and stuff.
And stuff. Yes, I do. And so tell me about your rant of the day. We'll go ahead and get that over with.
I have a new segment. My rant of the day is, ladies and gentlemen, please clean your fingernails. I'm so over seeing dirty hands and fingernails. Just wash your hands. Take a little brush, wash them. You don't even have to go to a manicurist. Just get the dirt out of your fingernails. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Don't you agree, Kelly?
Hygiene is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I learned that. Actually, that's the end of my rant. Just wash your hands and have your fingernails cleaned.
You notice every little thing about everybody, honestly.
I'm a detailed person. And then you add my OCD to that, and then you have that madness.
Yeah. Okay, well,
It's madness in my head all the time.
All right, so what about an email for today?
I do have an email also. And it reads, Kim and K-Town, I love your show. I haven't been out for long. So where do the gays go to socialize other than the gay bars? It was Bryant from Oklahoma. So it's a guy. Maybe you can help with that, Kelly. Where would you suggest? He's from Oklahoma.
Well,
so
online now. It's probably moved to,
I don't know.
like,
but he said socialize. He didn't really say meet someone.
Okay.
Socialize.
Right. I think what that gentleman should do is find his interest in life and go to places that incorporate that. If he likes to read, join some book clubs. If he likes the rodeo in Oklahoma, go to the rodeos.
Oh.
If he likes playing sports, join a softball team. There are gay softball leagues. You don't have to go to a gay bar to meet someone. I think just focus on your interest, and that special person will come along.
True that. You know what? You know what, Kelly? I'm going to start calling you with all my emails because that was such a lovely answer.
Please do. I love to get advice, even though I never follow my own.
But you're good at giving it.
Yeah,
That's for sure. I'm glad that came on today. So
Nice.
we are going to talk about that too today, about the social life here in Knoxville and the non-social life and the non-bars and stuff. So we're going to get to that. Do you have some announcements?
Well, just that we are on iHeartRadio now. You guys can go to iHeartRadio and download their app via the Google Play Store or go to their site and access it that way. You can always go to our new website, samesexdialogue.com. It looks really nice. I spent a lot of time redoing that site. You can catch all of our episodes there. and also on iTunes, which I think most people are consuming us through iTunes anyway. So, so now that we are done with that, I want to know how you and Kelly first met, or how you guys got to know each other.
Your go, Kelly.
Well, let's go back to a time when things were
Different.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely different.
and there was less stress, less hassle.
Yes.
Let's call this the 90s.
Oh, I was
Yeah, that's
I
your
was a
favorite.
toddler.
I know. Let's say Kim and I had fake IDs to go to clubs.
I like it so
Yes.
far.
So Kim and I have probably known each other for around 20 years. Mm-hmm. And for people out there who don't know what Kim looks like, you can't miss her in a club. It's big hair, big tits, and big heels. Like, that's what you notice. But once
My
you meet
dream
her,
woman.
yes. But once you meet her, it's her big personality, her big heart that overshadows all the physical appearance. And I've been fortunate to call her a friend for 20 years.
Oh, I'm the fortunate one by far. You're so sweet.
But the club scene in the 90s, we had a few gay clubs in Knoxville. And I think we met at the Carousel, too.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes, that's where everyone went. On Sunday nights, it was $5 beer bust.
Right. You remember $5 bill buzz, don't you, babe?
I do remember, and I was always saying, when are you going to start the champagne bust?
Right?
Because I don't drink beer. I drink champagne.
Everybody loved the Carousel. I miss it. I really miss it. The
We
Carousel.
actually got to go the last night. That last night that it closed down. It was on
Right.
a New Year's Eve. Were you there? I don't think so.
I did not go, but I did drive by there last week, actually, when I was on campus.
Do tell.
And it's just studs, and the walls are gone. Not studs a good kind, but the wood studs. The 2x4s, everything's been gutted. And I think an apartment complex will go there high rise.
Oh, really?
I'm there.
Okay.
And we always kid that when the walls came down, just glitter and cocaine came up from the ashes.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
You're crazy. That's true.
I know before I came out, I've heard some crazy, wild stories.
I do think in the 70s and 80s, it was a very uninhibited place. When we got there in the 90s, things kind of had calmed down, but we still had fun.
Oh, yes.
I know I was in college then, so I went every time the doors was open. And if you were underage, you had to pay to get in.
Oh.
I mean, under 21, if you were 18.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Because they weren't going to make any liquor money out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to buy
Exactly.
drinks from them. So, yes.
So I tell my friends, if I'm paying to get in, I want to get my money's worth. So we have to be there right when they open, and we're staying until they close.
And then what'd you do? Go to Vic and Bill's and get home at 6 in the morning?
Yes, we would go to Vic and Bill's next door, eat a Vol burger with smoked
That's
cheddar
right.
cheese,
That's right. That's right.
and then go back to the dorms and miss our first and second classes next morning.
You would?
Yes.
What sounds like a lot of fun.
Do you remember your first visit to a gay bar, and was it the Carousel?
I do. It was a Carousel, and I was living in Cookeville, Tennessee at that time. A friend and I came up and went, and I was so nervous going in. I didn't know what to expect. And you see gay bars portrayed in movies, how it's really seedy and dark and leather, and someone's going to grab you and take you in the hallway. But it wasn't like that. Everyone was
You could only hope.
yes. Everyone was so welcoming and nice. And I still remember the first drag queen I ever saw was Champelle Denise in her
Yeah,
purple
yeah.
dress suit,
This is the first one I saw, too.
doing
Yeah.
a jazz song about a crocodile. She can make love like a crocodile or something.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I remember the first time I went, it was at the Carousel, and I was so young, and I was with my first girlfriend, but it was very early on in the relationship. I was curious as to what, because I loved to dance, but I'd never been to a gay bar. But I remember going in and just praying, thinking, God, just please don't come right now while I'm in a gay bar.
Right.
Please don't come and get me. Then I looked over, oh my God, those guys are kissing. Oh, I was scared to death.
Right.
I was just going to die and go to hell that night. Isn't that terrible?
The rapture didn't come, and
It
we
did
lived
not.
on.
Praise
Yes.
Jesus, it didn't come.
We went back the next day. Then.
Yeah. And I was like, when are we going back? I've never been the same.
I know. Do you remember the Lord Lindsay's?
I do on Thursday nights. I always consider that the melting pot of Knoxville nightlife on Thursdays. It was a historic Southern mansion in downtown Knoxville. And on Thursdays, everyone came out to party, from frat boys to drag queens, preppy girls to anyone came out. You could be dancing with a guy at one moment, a girl the next, but it was the melting pot of nightlife
Did
on
you
Thursdays.
see Kim there?
I did.
I never seen you there.
I was
never
there.
seen you there, honey.
Yeah.
I would have noticed you for sure. I would have noticed you.
Maybe we just missed each other. I don't know.
I seen you at what's the other one? Was it Underground?
There was an underground.
It was the Underground, the Boiler Room, and Fiction.
Yeah.
And then there was a Rainbow Club
Yeah. Oh, the Rainbow Club.
Yeah,
I
the
love
Rainbow
that.
Club, yeah.
On Central.
on Central in the Old City, yes.
What about the other one where you used to say the drag queens used to stop the show whenever you go? What was that big
Oh, Electric Ballroom.
Electric Ballroom? Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh, yes, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yes.
So
I
much
never
fun.
made it to Trump's, but I heard it was
It was
fun.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. We've had some great bars. We just don't have a lot of great bars now.
Correct. And, we talk, is it really needed at the moment?
You know what? I'm sorry. There are some great bars. I don't think the gay people are supporting them.
Right.
Yeah.
There's not as many gay bars, I don't think. And you find with the more acceptance gay people are giving, they're not limited to going to a strictly a gay bar.
Right.
I think that has
Right.
a
They have
lot-
more options.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is good.
It is good.
Well, we went into what was the sports bar we went into? It was more gays in there than was it Ray's at the time? I think it was Ray's.
Yes. A couple years ago.
Yeah. There was a
Yeah.
lot of gay people in there. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just something you don't normally see there. But you're right. I think we feel more accepted in what would normally be places for straight people to be.
Correct.
And so they're not coming to gay bars as frequently as they would. So.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Kelly, tell us about growing up. I know you grew up in a really small town. Didn't you say it's the smallest county in Tennessee?
Yes. I grew up in Byrdstown, Tennessee.
Byrdstown.
And that is in Piggott County, which is the 95th county in Tennessee by size. So it's the smallest county in Tennessee.
Wow.
And I think my high school class was between maybe 27 to 40-something people on that. So, growing up, I did know I was different from very, very early age on that. You would have friends and you would get jealous while they were hanging out with someone else. You're like, why am I jealous? I shouldn't be.
Okay.
But I am. And, my mom was a Sunday school teacher. So, I had a religious background, which is great. I'm glad I had that.
Right.
Or I could be a true hellion at the moment. But, I would say my prayers through my teenage years, and I would always say, God, please don't let me be gay, over and over every night. But my senior year of high school, in our Sunday school classroom, there was always a picture that said, God doesn't make junk.
Right.
And one day it just hit me that I'm fine how I am. God made me this way,
Yep.
and there's nothing wrong with me. And
Right.
that night I looked in the mirror in the bathroom like, God, I'm gay. And just saying that was such a huge relief off my shoulders.
It's almost like you came out to yourself.
Right. Before you come out to anyone, you have to come out to yourself.
That's right. That's
And you
right.
need to be comfortable with yourself
Right.
That's right.
on that. Now, I didn't tell my mother till I went to college because I still had that summer to live in Byrdstown.
Right.
But I wrote a letter to her, and I stood outside my dorm room by the mailbox. And I knew as soon as I dropped that letter in the mail, there's no turning back because you can't call the post office and say, hey, I need this letter back.
I need that letter back.
Like, you don't understand, I need it back. But, I finally let go of it after contemplating for around 30 minutes, it felt like. So, she had a difficult time with it at first, but nowadays she and I are great. We have long conversations. She'll ask if I'm seeing anyone. She asks about my gay friends that she's met.
Nice.
She's come a long way, and I definitely appreciate and love her for that.
Yeah. Are you the only child?
And I have an older sister.
Okay. Is she good with it?
She's fine. We never really talked about it, but
Okay.
sometimes I'll just mention it, and she just doesn't really say anything.
Oh, okay. As if you didn't say it almost. Are there any, say, issues about gay-related issues that you would want to clear up or talk about? Or
I'm not sure. Is there a topic you want to talk about?
well, we talked about bars.
I want to ask, as far as let me ask you this. Are you dating someone right now?
I am not, and it's kind of an ongoing joke between my friends and I, how I'm 42 and never been on a date.
What?
And I know. And I've had a great success rate of getting a lot of my straight friends and gay friends to the altar. I've set several successful relationships up. They've gotten married. So once again, I need to follow my own advice, I guess. But,
yes.
I really focus on work because I run my own company, and my goal is to be successful. And I know what, in my mind, what success is. That's being able to give back to your community and contribute.
Right.
So I've focused a lot on that also. But for me, I think my ideal partner would be someone who is driven as I am, someone who also is active in the community, someone who will not let me run over them. They need to be masculine, because if I can kind of run over someone, I do have an assertive personality, I can't respect them, and it wouldn't be a good relationship.
Kim runs all over me.
Whatever.
Well, basically, I would like a relationship like you two.
It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. But you know what? You know so many people. I don't know anyone that knows as many people as you know. I think you know everyone in Knoxville. As a matter of fact, you ran for city council. And what was your reasoning for doing that?
My reasoning was I took it from a business standpoint. You know, I wanted to showcase Knoxville's entrepreneurs. I wanted to strive to make Knoxville an entrepreneur-friendly city. So our talent doesn't go to Nashville or Chattanooga. I would like to keep people here and strengthen our economy. It was no reflection on the incumbent, Finbar Saunders. He has done, and he still does, a great job. I have nothing against him. It was just something I wanted to do, and there was issues I wanted to bring to the forefront and get talked about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was your sexuality ever an issue?
Not that I'm aware of. It was never brought up in any forums. You know, I've said earlier that acceptance gives more options.
Right.
And I feel like if I ran maybe in the 80s or 90s, the gay community would have came out and voted for me. You know, I may have could have won because it was a really low turnout on votes. It was a very apathetic election.
Right.
But now I think we're so accepted, people aren't voting based on sexuality. You know, they're voting on issues or who they think can do the best job. And that's great. You know, I'm glad people didn't vote for me just because of sexuality.
Right. Do you think you'll try to run again?
I've actually been asked several times.
Oh, good.
You should.
Another seat's opening in a year. It will not be an at-large position. It'll be a district. And it'll be District 1. And that will be the area I would run for.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see. Who knows?
That's great. That's absolutely great.
Well, do you think Donald Trump's hair is real?
I think the hair is the color. I'm not so sure. If the hair wasn't real, I hope he would try to get a little bit more in there.
Yes. What really? What is your take on Donald Trump?
He seems like a bully to me, and yes, he may be saying what people thought, but that doesn't make you a great leader.
Yeah, right. Right.
There's always that loud uncle at a party, like either, oh, you're so fun to be around, or, yeah, you know, give them hell, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you drive home.
Yeah.
Something
Right.
like that.
I wanted to ask you about your career.
Yes.
You know, okay, so what businesses do you serve, and has it ever been an issue as far as being a gay man trying to break into that type of market in Knoxville?
My business is I take on clients.
Okay.
And I do public relations, marketing, social media, and events for them. And I started this company about 4 years ago. But as Kim mentioned, I know a lot of people in Knoxville, and people already know I'm gay. So if they're going to do business with me, they know this up front.
Right.
On that, I think it may have helped at times. Because people know I'm very honest and upfront about
Right.
everything. And in business, you want to be completely transparent. Nobody likes surprises.
Right.
That's right.
And, you know, I've just been very fortunate. I have some great clients. I wouldn't trade them for the world.
They've become your friends, actually.
Right. You know, the clients have become friends. They're like family. And it actually makes me work harder for them because I want their business to be successful.
Right.
And I want to take care of them that way.
Because their success is your success.
Exactly.
That's great. So
Yeah.
are there any gay-friendly businesses that you would like to mention that you work with, easy to work with?
Right. There's a lot of gay-friendly businesses in Knoxville. Sapphire downtown. It's amazing.
Is that one of your clients?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And they have a great patio for people watching. The owner, he's very gay-friendly.
They have some really good, strong drinks.
Yes,
They
they
do.
do.
And if you ever feel like celebrating, they have a $350 martini.
What?
Yes.
Doesn't it have a real sapphire in it?
It has a real sapphire in the bottom, so
Wow.
don't chug.
Yeah,
Just sip.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you get to keep that and take it home and have
Yes.
it in a necklace or
you
something.
can do whatever you want with that. And Central Flats and Taps over in Happy Holler in North Knoxville. You know, they have been in business for about 3 years now, and they've just been rocking it out. They helped transform Happy Holler. Their patio, once again, is just a great spot to be on warm days like today.
Oh, that's where we should have done this podcast.
And it's actually one of the favorite places to go during Eat Out with Pride. You know, several restaurants sign up for that. They've signed up with it since the first year Eat Out with Pride started, and they, you know, it's a success each time. So many gays go there.
Oh, we'll have to go there.
Yeah, I would love to go there. I haven't been there.
Well,
but
he and I had lunch the other day. The food was phenomenal.
Right, it's very vegetarian friendly. And they have craft cocktails, craft beer.
And they had champagne.
And champagne.
Nice. All right. So I want to ask you, have you ever heard of the panic law that people are trying to get a petition signed to stop?
Is that where if someone beats up a gay man, they say that he came on to them?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So they're trying to make that where it's not a law?
Right.
Correct.
I didn't know that was happening, but I don't believe in the panic excuse.
Right.
People are adults. They know what's happening. And just because you did something, then it freaks you out, doesn't give you the right to beat up someone.
That's right, because Kim will be beating up every straight man that ever come near.
I would be in a fight every time I went into the produce department in Kroger.
Right. Like, sir, you were grabbing the wrong melons.
I'm serious. It's happened to you so many times over the years. I mean, some of them. Tell him about the guy that was trying to. He was trying to show out at a restaurant here in Knoxville. Don't ever do that with Kim. You can't win a word game with her. But tell him what you did.
I can't remember which one.
Where you said it was. It's thin.
Oh. He said something about his business, and I said, "Oh, it's short. It may be short, but it's thin."
Nice.
Yeah, he walked away with a quickness.
Well, the thing is just about also respecting everyone around you. And it's unfortunate, you know, people do get horny and they just want to get off.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll use whoever's around them. And then if they have regrets, you know, once again, that doesn't give them right to physically harm someone else.
That's right.
Right.
Absolutely.
You have to be responsible for your actions.
Absolutely.
We can't control our feelings, but we can control our actions.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to say, babe, before we end?
I just want to say, Kelly, thank you so much for, you know, shedding light on some things and sharing your story with us. And I knew when we launched this podcast, you know, I made a list of different people I wanted to talk with and get their stuff out there and talk to us. I knew you were right at the top of the list. It just took me a minute to get to you because you're so busy.
Well, it's been an honor to be here, and I think y'all have started something great. You're doing what needs to be done in this country, and that's starting conversation, starting dialogue.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're enjoying it. And I'll tell you, I'm learning so much just about LGBTQ, all of the above. I'm having to research transgender issues. I just didn't know were out there.
Right.
Bisexual issues. You just wouldn't believe what these people face.
Right.
And other than just being queer, they have, you know, the other stigmas on top of that.
Exactly.
So we're learning. We are learning, and we're having a blast doing it.
We're doing a great job at it.
Thank you.
We're very honored to do it. And
meeting a lot
it's a labor of love for us.
It really is. It really is. It's not like work.
No, it's not. It's really not. It is a lot of work, but we don't look at it as work. We look at it as being very blessed that we were courageous enough to even start it, right?
Yeah.
So we do hope to join us again.
I will. I would love to. Just let me know the date.
Absolutely.
That's the end of our show. Don't you dare leave without going to iTunes to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Ciao, baby.